You know what sucks? The summer season. I already ranted about winter and spring, so the most appropriate thing would be to follow through and talk about summer. Right off the bat, the insects are the biggest concern. Flies, ants, and hornets can be a nuisance, but mosquitoes can actually be life-threatening. In my region, Triple E and the West Nile virus can be transmitted by mosquitoes and make you deathly ill. Thankfully, the chance of catching it is low, but not next to zero, and precautions should be taken. It's gotten so bad that some towns around me have a recommended curfew of 6 PM, and for everyone to wear long-sleeve clothing and use bug spray. I see pest control spraying for mosquitoes all the time now. The other day, I was walking down the street at sunset and saw a gigantic cloud of mosquitoes and moths swarming a street lamp. It was cool, but creepy at the same time. Ticks are also a major concern. I've had a few family members catch Lyme disease, and trust me, it's not fun. If you go hiking in the woods, make sure to tuck your pant legs into your socks. It may look goofy, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I love hiking in the woods whenever I have the time, but the mosquitoes have just gotten so bad. One time, I came out of the forest covered head to toe in mosquito bites. It was a miracle I didn't get sick. Other than trying not to get bitten by mosquitoes and ticks, horseflies are also annoying as fuck and will constantly bite your back near bodies of water. Having fruit flies in the kitchen whenever you buy watermelon is also a bit annoying, but not that big of a deal. People also complain about wasps and other stinging insects, but it's easy to avoid them by leaving them alone. You know, I would complain about the heat, but at least you can move around and do things without having your fingers so numb that they lose circulation. I will say not having an air conditioner during the summer months is a death sentence. I feel so bad, but mock Europe at the same time for not having AC like badass America does. The only time I have to deal with the heat is when outdoors, and in that case just wear a t-shirt, shorts, and stay hydrated to prevent heat stroke. For me, the heat isn't the problem, it's the humidity that's the real killer. Where I live, the summers are boiling hot and the winters are bone-chillingly cold, with fall and spring either being a wild card or just mild, pleasant weather. It's just constant weather extremes. When you go to the beach or somewhere with scalding hot pavement, make sure you're wearing sandals or flip-flops or shoes or something, so you don't burn your feet on the parking lot. I made that mistake when I was a kid. The pavement is probably hot enough to fry an egg. Now that it's finally warmer, everyone is going outside and congesting all the roads and highways on weekends. Back in June, we were about to go to my favorite beach, but there was a cop on the road redirecting traffic because it was at capacity. My fault anyways. We should have left earlier. Since it's warm enough, restaurants and diners have the option of eating outdoors, which is pleasant, but opens up a new window of BS. Your napkins and utensils blowing away in the wind, flies swarming you, and the sun beaming right down at you unless it is after sunset. It wouldn't be a video about summer if I didn't mention swimming. It's pretty fun, but how come whenever you get out of the water, the air feels ice cold, even on the most sweltering days? What causes this phenomenon? Same thing happens when getting out of the shower. The air feels like the equivalent to Antarctica. The saddest part about summer is that you have all these plans you have been saving for all year, but either you're too busy or something unexpectedly goes wrong and your plans fall through. Better luck next summer, I suppose. Or when you want to hang out with a friend, but something comes up at the last minute. I also want to mention the back-to-school season. Going back to school sucked for some people. But when I was in school, I kind of looked forward to going back, since it could get boring towards the end of summer, and it's nice to see your friends again. Too bad you don't get summer vacation as an adult, am I right? You gotta pay the bills. There's also hurricanes and tropical storms to worry about, but those are more common toward the end of summer into early fall, and they aren't too bad where I live. From what I can remember, Hurricane Irene and Tropical Storm Jose were as bad as it got. I remember the power went out for 5 days because of Irene. Thankfully, the positives outweigh the negatives for summer. There's more free time. If you're a student, you get summer vacation, more events going on, you can go swimming or fishing anytime, there's work to keep you busy, hot but tolerable weather, and if you're lucky, you get to watch a cool thunderstorm roll through. But one thing is for certain, Mosquitoes and horseflies are the spawn of Satan, and I cannot wait for it to be fall again, so all the insects go back to hell where they came from, and the weather is cool and crisp again. I just love the fall atmosphere. And that is why summer sucks. Huh, I didn't expect this video to be so tame. Maybe summer doesn't suck that much.